Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogtober day 24. I had to check over on my computer to see what date it was, then subtract a day because it's midnight. Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of getting these things out actually before midnight, but it's okay. In some time zone, I'm sure I'm correct. In some time zone, yeah. Just like, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. So it's always time to record a vlog. Yeah, something like that. So I just got done watching this movie called Unfriended, and it was pretty interesting. Um, if I explain to you what the plot of the story was, it really isn't anything that's all that significant, like in terms of like being an amazing new story. It's a story that's been told before, like revenge for a suicide, revenge for like betrayal, and things like that. But the way it was done was really cool because this was all taking place like on webcams and like a Skype conversation, like a group chat, and it was just like those kinds of interactions. That was the only way you could see what was going on, and like you could get messages, you could get videos from the other people that the protagonist was talking to, but it was kind of hard to tell who the protagonist even was because you you don't have a narrative, you don't have a camera sitting in front of this person showing this person on the computer typing. You literally just have their computer screen and they're typing on it. And so I thought that was really neat. I thought it was just a really unique medium for a movie. And that kind of got me to thinking about some stuff that we did back in my creative writing classes back in college, in how to tell stories in unconventional ways. Like, there's this one story. I wish I could remember it. If my books are all in a storage bin, keep them safe, so for when I eventually have my massive library, because I'm gonna have such a great library someday. That's like one of my biggest things. I'm gonna have a bird room and I'm gonna have a book room, which is called a library. And but so there was this story, and it was told completely through a shopping list. And I'm like, how neat is that? I don't remember what the story was about, unfortunately, because this was like, goodness, this was, I gotta turn the TV down a little bit. This was my either freshman or sophomore year of college. So, about 5 years ago, that I read the story, and it's a short story. Not that short stories don't stick out in your mind, but still, you get the gist of what I'm saying. So I actually had tried to write something like that as well, except instead of using a shopping list, I decided I was going to make a website. And the website was it was supposed to be a horror story about all these people getting together to go to this place that they had heard about, or like this mystery, this like urban legend of this pond that you could like see a reflection of your future or something like that. And various people had different sayings of what they thought it would be. But it was kind of like the way it worked, since obviously I wasn't able to hand a computer screen out to everyone, it kind of worked as like a choose your own adventure kind of book, where it was like, okay, you can turn to the search bar here, and here are the questions that you can search, and you can turn to the guests page here, you can turn to the forums here, and based on at the end of the story, you kind of got the gist that these people had gone on this expedition and that they had found something. Um, and I liked it. I liked the way it came out, but not a lot of people understood it. And I mean, that's fine. It was really experimental, and I knew what to look for when looking through it, but that doesn't mean that other people are going to understand what to be looking for. So I guess I mean, it wasn't necessarily a failed experiment as much as it was just an experiment with writing. And with National Write a Novel Month coming up in just a couple days, uh, I'm curious to see what type of novel I attempt to write this year. I always try to write the NaNoWriMo because I really do enjoy writing. I mean, that's what I did in school. Like, I was a creative writing and Asian studies major. And yes, I'm going into anthropology and linguistic anthropology now, but I really, really do enjoy and love writing. And it's something that I want to get back into doing because I don't know. I kind of a college like the writing classes. Not that they were bad; they were good classes, but it was kind of hard being surrounded by people who were so much better. And also, it's really hard to sit down and say, write a story every week and have it critiqued because there's like a lot of writing is like self-indulgent. You're writing a story that you want to read, like you're writing about characters, you're writing about like I want to see this happen, I want to see this play out, and I want to have fun with this. But you're like, oh my god, I can't really show that to other people. That's embarrassing. I can't just go into my sci-fi universes. Like, it takes a lot of courage to actually write what you love and show it to someone else. Because when you're really writing what's coming from the heart or what's coming from your actual interests, you are really putting yourself on the line, and people can judge you directly for the things that you're passionate about. So it's interesting. Writing and workshopping. It really it's a great experience for writers, and sometimes it can do some harm to self confidence. Sometimes it can do wonders for self confidence. Um, Sometimes you get really great suggestions, and other times you get kind of like not so great suggestions, and other times you walk into classes and like you can tell people haven't actually read the story because you had a chunk full of papers this thick of stories that you're supposed to read and mark up, and like you had 1 week to do it, and not everyone finished all the readings. And I'm guilty so many times of walking into class without having read all the stories all the way through, and that's terrible. Like, there's a reason why I never got above a B. I mean, I never got below a B in any of the classes, but I only ever put a B average into the stuff that I did. There was one story that I really did like, and maybe I'll share that with you guys, like as a, Vlogtober thing. I'll just read the story for you. Because I don't know, it was a lot of fun, and it's actually something I'm thinking about looking into publishing. It's a short story, so I've got to figure out, what kind of journal to submit that to and whatnot. But yeah, it's a comedy, it's a comedy, and I wrote it, and it was supposed to be funny, but I wasn't trying to be funny, because stories where I'm trying to be funny are not funny, and they're very cringeworthy. So yeah. Um, so I guess just words of advice for the day for those of you who are into the arts. Try out a different medium. Try out something that you wouldn't expect. Write a cookbook and somehow have that be a mystery novel. Um, I mean, my roommate in college, they made paintings with glue, and they made sculptures with grass, and all sorts of bizarre, abstract, like things that you wouldn't think of. So, with art, think outside the box and have fun exploring what it is that you do. You know, Learn your craft, master your craft, and then see ways you can just poke holes into it and craft it into something completely different, something completely different and new. So, yeah, that's really all for today. Um, Props to all of you artists out there in whatever form you take, and props to you art enjoyers too, because Without you guys, well, art wouldn't really have a place to exist in this world. So, you know, enjoy art whenever you can. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. So, Queer Cashier out.